Hi everybody, my name is Ray Ford and I am one of the Young Adult Associates here at Euclid Public Library. Before I begin, let me first take some time to say that on behalf of myself and my fellow staff members here at the library, we hope that you all are safe, we hope that you all are healthy, and most importantly, we hope that you are in good spirits. So to help with those good spirits, I am going to recommend a series of books for my young adult readers. The author's name is Jason Reynolds, and this series is geared towards 6th and 7th graders. The next video that I submit, I'll get a little higher in the age range, but for this one I'm going to start here because, as most students in the district know, if in Central Middle and High School, I always start here. I always start with the track series, and that's because the characters are easily recognizable, and it's easy for young folks to make connections to not only the characters but their circumstances. So let me just show you how decorated this author is. Jason Reynolds is a #1 New York Times best-selling author. He is a Newbery Award honoree. He has been awarded the NAACP Image Award. He has won the Walter Dean Myers Award on multiple occasions. He's been given the Coretta Scott King honors, and most recently, he has become the National Ambassador for Young People's Literature. So he's extremely decorated because he's such a talented writer and has such an ability to reach and connect with young people through his work. So now, let's get to the track series. So the first book in the series is called Ghost, and the second book in the series is called Patina, the third Sunny, and the fourth is Lou. Now, these four young people whose ages range between 12 and I think 14 by the time we get to the end of the series, they're all on this track team. This is where they sort of meet. This is where they communicate. This is where their bond is formed on this track team. But they all have their own lives and their own circumstances. And as a result of their individual circumstances, their behavior patterns are kind of skewed, which makes them individual. Each kid on this team is an individual because at home they have different lives. Ghost, who is probably the most dramatic story, I would say, in the series. Ghost witnesses and experiences his father pointing a gun at him and his mom. And because of that, he finds out how fast he is because, hey, he got ghosted. He could run really fast. So he ends up on this track team. Because of this experience, it's a traumatic experience, Ghost ends up having some behavior issues in school. There's some things festering inside of him, anger, and confusion, that he, as 7th grader, doesn't quite know how to work through, but he has this coach that helps him work through those things. And so then the second book comes and Patina enters, the only young lady on the team. Now Patina, she has a different set of issues at home. Her issues revolve around her mom, her father. Well, we'll start with her father. Her father passes away in his sleep when she's young, which is traumatic. But then her mom ends up with diabetes and has her legs amputated as a result. So she has her legs amputated, her father passes away, and now Patina, and she has a younger sister, end up living with her uncle and her aunt. And she ends up having to go to a different school, a school that's not very racially diverse. She's being the only young black lady there, or one of the only young black ladies there, and she has to learn, how to live at home, which is one world, and then at school, she's living in another world. And she has to sort of balance the two and learn how to navigate her way through all of that, while still having to manage home life, mother with amputated limbs, her and her sister living with her aunt and her uncle. So then there's the third book, who's Sonny. Now, Sonny is the one book and the one character in the series that makes you do like this. So Sonny, just a very a goofy kid, very energetic, has a great sense of humor. But in here, Sonny has this idea that he murdered his mother. So why does he think that? He thinks that because when he was born, his mother passed away. And because of that, his father never really recovered from his mom's passing, from his wife's passing. And he closes himself off from Sonny. So Sonny goes around believing that he was the reason that his mom died. Not only that, he's the reason. That reason is what makes his father not be able to connect with him. So through this story, what happens is Sonny is on the track team with Patina and Ghost. But the ironic part is Sonny doesn't even really like to run. The only reason why he's on the track team is because, number one, his father wants him to be there, and he thinks this will be the thing that makes him proud. And his mother used to run the mile. But Sonny, he doesn't even really like to run. So he quits. He stops in the middle of a race. And again, this is the one book that makes you go, it's like, okay, what is he going to do? What is he going to do? And so he works through all of this, all of the young people, all of the kids, Ghost, Patina, and now Sonny, they all work through it, but remember, there's always the coach. The coach is the central being in all of this. And then we finally, in the last part of the series, we get Lou. And Lou, again, he has a different set of circumstances at home. Now, Lou is the co-captain of the team. And at home, Lou was told by his parents that, he was the last child that they could ever have. He was like the miracle baby. Like mom was having trouble having kids, and then here comes Lou. Now, Lou is albino, which really is sort of like a sub theme in the book and how it affects him as a person and as a character, because he was talked about a lot because of the color of his skin and the color of his hair and the texture of his hair. So he has this sort of complex that he works out through superficial means. So this kid is dressed nice from head to toe. He has, the earrings, the chains, the good clothes, the good shoes, but then mom gets pregnant. And it's again, we're like, wait a minute. Lou was like, wait, I thought you said that I was the last one and that that couldn't happen again. So he starts to think, well, maybe I wasn't a miracle. So he's dealing with that. All the while, so you have all of these young people on this one track team, and they come together and they form this bond. Now, I'm glossing over a lot of the details in the books, but what I will say is read this series. One thing, and another thing I'll say is, me personally, I didn't necessarily, after reading all four, I didn't necessarily need to read them in order, except you have to read Ghost first, and you have to read Patina second. Sonny and Lou, you can read in any order you want, but you have to read Ghost first because that sort of like the launching pad for the entire series. And another interesting thing about the series is that all of the characters are in all of the books, but in their own book, they're the primary character. They're the one that the book is focused on. It's always told through their perspective. And again, the other books you can read in any order, but you have to read Ghost and Patina first. So there's my recommendation for now. Mr. Jason Reynolds, awesome author. The next time I have a video, I'll maybe explore a few more of his novels for the older kids. So thank you for listening. And again, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay in good spirits. We'll see you later.